Hey y'all, welcome to the beaffirmationpodcast where we talk about going beyond just stating affirmations and actually being what that affirmation represents. I'm your host, Ladette, and if you're listening, I just want to say thanks again for being here. Thanks again for tuning in. And a quick disclaimer, I am still not feeling the best, so bear with me while you hear this podcast and I may sound a little raspy. So in today's episode, we're going to state our 12 affirmations together and we'll focus on the sixth one from our list. And before we begin, I promised you guys that I would share my promo code for anyone who ends up going to the Beaffirmation website. It opens up on April 21st. I mentioned it in last week's episode, and if you didn't get a chance to tune in to the episode from last week, no worries. I just announced that I was going to launch my jewelry store. I'm really excited. It's an online store and it's all about affirmations. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have so far 2 pieces of different necklaces. One of them says I am worthy and the other one says I am limitless, and they're both in gold and silver. And then I have one bracelet right now that's also in gold and silver, and that one says I am deserving. And just, a heads up, the bracelets, I only have 46 of them right now. I kind of ordered a low quantity just starting because I wanted to kind of assess, how things are going to go, and I just didn't want to go like too crazy with it. So if you're someone who really likes the bracelets, I definitely would not recommend waiting to get them because I'm 100% certain that the bracelets are going to be the first thing that sell out until I order a new batch, which can take anywhere up to like another month or two, just like I said, depending on how things go. But yeah, I'm really excited. The promo code I have for you guys tuning in is podcast20, the number 20. I'll make sure to include that in the description. And that coupon code is going to be valid from April 21st, which is the day that the website officially opens. So if you try to go to the website right now, it's not going to show you anything because I have it on private because I'm still working on some last minute edits. But yeah, that coupon will be valid from April 21st to April 30th. So that's something you could use. And also that would be a good time, if you have a mother in your life, a parent, guardian, a friend who's a mom, like they would make such cute Mother's Day gifts. And so that's all I'm going to say about that. We'll go ahead and jump into today's episode. So as per usual, find a place where you can, be comfortable to state your affirmations, and we will begin. I am in love with the person I see in the mirror. I am in love with the person I see in the mirror. I am a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. I am grateful for all of the ways my body shows up for me each day. I am grateful for all of the ways my body shows up for me each day. I appreciate the relationship I have with my body. I appreciate the relationship I have with my body. I am in tune with what my body communicates to me. I am in tune with what my body communicates to me. I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. I adore my body. I adore my body. I trust my body. I trust my body. I take care of my body. I take care of my body. I respect my body. I respect my body. My body is a temple. My body is a temple. I would choose the body I'm in now time and time again. I would choose the body I'm in now time and time again. All right, hope you feel amazing. So, our sixth affirmation states, I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. And I am like, for fucking certain, sorry, this is probably like, whatever, I feel like nobody cares, but like, I've been keeping it pretty calm in all of these episodes, but like, this one I know y'all can relate to. Like, this one I know anyone can relate to. I literally was just having body image issues before recording this podcast. Like, it is so difficult sometimes to look at your body, especially when it used to be a certain way, and like accept the body that you're in now. I know that this is difficult, but I love this affirmation. Surprise. But I love this affirmation because this one literally puts me in check. Anytime I'm having a little bad day, a little bad body image day, or like if I'm starting to be in my feels, and also like it is that time of month, which like it does make it harder. It's not an excuse, but it does. Like when you're on that time of the month, it does make it a little bit harder to love yourself. But you know what? I check that shit real quick. And I hope that like anyone who's listening and who's saying this affirmation or something similar to it, like really feels empowered by it, because it's like, you know what? My body is gonna change and that's okay. Like, my body is gonna change. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, as long as I know that I'm taking care of my body, like, that's really all that matters. And so, I just want to acknowledge that. Like, I know if you're someone who's struggling with your body, maybe it's your weight, maybe it's like, I don't know, acne, maybe it's hair loss, like whatever it is, stretch marks, like, I just want you to know that I know that it can be hard to accept the body that you're in, but it's still really important to do that. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it can be really hard. And sometimes it's like, it's not an easy thing to be like, I love my body. And it's especially not easy to be like, I love that I put on weight, or like, I love X, Y, and Z, the things that maybe you really dislike about, your body in this current moment. But I just really want to remind you that, you know what, your appearance doesn't define you, and change doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like, say you gained weight, like I did, like I'm someone who's definitely like put it on, lost it, put it on, lost it, okay? Say that you gained weight and you just don't like how your body looks. And I know that this may not be the most comforting thing to hear or something that you maybe want to even acknowledge right now, but I just want to encourage you to love the weight gain and to literally grab your body. I'm doing this right now, by the way, like to literally grab your body, the least favorite part. I literally have my hands, like this may be TMI, but on my fupa right now, okay? I'm literally holding my fupa. So please do this with me if you're someone who like really dislikes a certain part of your body. And I'm gonna give you a second because I'm being for real right now. But grab that part of your body and say these words after me. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Okay, I know that probably sounds super cringe, but get past the discomfort and say something nice about the body that you're in right now, because despite what it looks like, I guarantee you that it still shows up for you in more ways than it doesn't. I know that that's hard. That's hard for me too. Literally, before I started recording this episode, I was looking at myself in the mirror. I had a second where I was looking at my tummy and I was like, damn, you look a little bit thicker than you did a couple months ago. And then I checked it immediately and was like, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. Because you know what? The weight comes, the weight goes. The weight comes, the weight goes. I'm not going to let that ever define the type of person that I am, because outside of my appearance, I know who I am. I know what I have to offer. I know my value. I know that I'm beautiful. I know that I'm everything and more. And that me simply gaining weight does not and it never will take away from who I am, like, period. And but but I mean, like, it takes time to get there though. Like, I definitely used to be super insecure, and anytime I would gain weight, I would just be so upset and so mad at myself. But like, look, I even today, like, I had a moment where for a second those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts wanted to come in, and I felt it creeping, and I checked it. And so just know, like, this is why I love affirmations. Like, the more you say affirmations, the more they do stick, and it does leave an impact on your subconscious mind, and you do believe it. And you may not be perfect at it. Like, who really is perfect at affirmations, But you will get to a point where you can start like catching yourself when you're having those negative thoughts and checking them, you know? And I feel like that's like the biggest thing is like awareness. Like, when you start to notice that you're being mean to yourself, or you feel like, old ways of thinking creeping in, like, to be able to just be like, nope, I'm not going there. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm good. So know that you're worth it, and know that, the body that you're in now is beautiful. Like, it's okay. It's going to change. It may change and, look a certain way that you don't want it to. And then it may change into something that you just absolutely fucking love. But just know that despite whatever it is that you look like, at the end of the day, it's what's inside of you. As cliche as that sounds, it's what's inside of you. And please don't get me wrong here. Like, if you're someone who wants to change your body, whatever that may look like for you, go ahead. There's literally nothing wrong with that. Like, if you want to lose weight, perfect. Like, that's awesome. If you want to gain weight, that's awesome. If you want to, I don't know, have thicker, more voluminous hair, cool. Like, if you want to, reduce your acne scars, I don't know, that whatever you have, whatever goal, there is nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to encourage you to first love the body that you're in right now and appreciate it for what it is, because before you try to change anything about it, like, literally, you've got to be able to love being in it in this moment. And like, the best example that I could ever give with this is a couple years ago. Well, no, not even a couple years ago. This was in like 2016, when I was like the smallest I had ever been. I was so insecure. And before I got to that point, because I used to weigh, like, numbers, I don't want anyone to take these numbers to heart. This is just my story, but I used to weigh like 162, and the smallest I had gotten to was 130. And before I got to 130, in my mind, I thought that by losing 30 pounds, that I was going to learn to love myself, that I was going to be confident, that I was going to be happy in my body. Like, I thought that by achieving X, Y, and Z, that the emotional result that I was going to get was going to, like, make my life better, aka which was like more happiness, more confidence, more self-love. And I didn't learn, throughout that process of losing weight, I did not learn how to love myself. I didn't lose weight because I loved myself. I lost the weight because I was being kind of superficial. I thought that I had to look a certain way to be worthy. And I obviously was wrong, because when I lost that weight, I was still really insecure. I still picked and choose what I didn't like about myself. I still didn't feel confident. I didn't walk with, self-love. I didn't believe in myself. I was still really mean to myself. And then eventually I gained all of that weight back. I ended up, over like the span of like a year and a half, I gained all that weight back. And I was really upset. As you can imagine, you work really hard to, like, lose weight or to gain weight, whatever it is, right? Like, you work really hard to achieve, those goals that you have. And then it kind of felt like, when I gained it all back, I was in an even worse position than when I started, because now I felt guilty. Like, at that point, it's like, not only was I dealing with, like, not being confident and not having self-love, then, throw in guilt, and it just makes it all worse. Like, it sounds so, like, negative and terrible, but I, like, hated myself for it. And then years pass, like, I'm in college, I'm stressed, I'm drinking, I'm gaining even more weight, like, all this time passes, and then I really hit, like, my rock bottom. And one day I was just like, damn, like, I want more for myself. Like, I deserve more than what I'm getting, but I'm the one that's giving myself these results, or the lack thereof. Like, the reason why I'm not happy is because of me. The reason why I don't love my body is because of me. It's like all my own doing. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not trying to exercise, and not even exercise in the sense like, I have to go to the gym this many days a week. It was just literally like, I'm not moving my body and I deserve better. Like, my body deserves better than what I'm giving it, and no one's gonna do it for me. It's not up to anybody but myself. And so I really had to ask myself, like, okay, so what do I want? And what I wanted was to be happy. What I wanted was to be healthy. What I wanted was to have energy. What I wanted was to feel good in the body that I was in. And I had to realize, like, okay, well, what are things that I can do right now? Because I'm a big believer that, like, at the end of the day, whatever it is that we're striving for, it's usually because there's an emotional, like, end goal. And so for me, wanting to get in more shape, like, the end goal was peace. Honestly, it came down to, like, peace, happiness in my body. And I realized that, damn, I can, like, experience those emotions right now. I don't have to lose weight to, like, be happy with myself. I don't have to lose weight. Like, I can lose the weight, but weight loss doesn't have to come before self-love. Weight loss doesn't have to come before confidence. Weight loss doesn't have to come before me having energy and feeling good in the body that I'm in. And so I started finding ways to feel those emotions in the moment that I was experiencing it. So I would put on, like, a cute gym outfit and I'd feel really good. I would feel really confident. I started eating mostly like plant-based foods, and that's still the same for me till this day. But yeah, I started eating better. I started eating healthier, and it was like food that I liked. I didn't make myself eat anything I didn't want to eat because I thought, well, I have to eat this to get that result. It was like, no, I'm having this meal because I like how it makes me feel. I like that I don't feel bloated. I don't feel sluggish. I don't feel tired. Like, I just made it all about feeling whatever emotion that I wanted to feel in that moment and finding ways to make that happen. And so I feel like I like went off, maybe like a little off course just now with that, but the main example that I was just trying to give, oh, okay, I'm back. We're back. I know where I was going with this, is that when I changed my perspective around weight loss, everything changed. And I ended up getting down to, like, I don't know, I was maybe like 140, and I was really happy. I was really happy with my body. I was really happy with my results. I was really happy with how I was feeling, with the energy that I had. Like, I felt really good. And to me, that has been something that I've taken with me. And it's been a couple of years since, like, I realized this about myself, but I've kept that with me and I cherish it dearly in my heart, because now I know that I don't have to look a certain way and you don't have to look a certain way for you to know your worth, for you to have self-love, for you to be happy in the body that you're in. And again, like, it's okay to have those goals. Like, I definitely still want to tone down. I want to get, a little bit smaller, but it's not because I believe that I have this belief that, like, me losing weight and looking a certain way will make me be worthy of love or will make me be worthy of confidence or, like, self-acceptance. I already have those things. And the reason why I want to be better is because I deserve better. And I recognize that no one is going to give me that besides myself. No one is going to give me the results that I'm looking for besides myself. So please, like, you know what I mean? Be excited, be encouraged, like, motivate yourself if you're wanting to, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be your appearance. Like, anything in life, if you want a raise, you want a better job, like, I don't care. Whatever goal you have, strive for it, but recognize why you want that goal. Recognize what exactly are you looking for? What is the result of you achieving that goal? What is the emotional feeling that you anticipate or expect yourself to feel? And find ways to feel that right now, today, in this moment. Because when you can do that, then A, you don't have to wait until your goal has been accomplished to feel that feeling. And B, it keeps, like, the momentum going. Like, a lot of people stop and give up on their goals when they don't see those results. But when you can already find ways to create those results right now, you've kind of already won. Like, you're literally already winning, right? Like, if you're looking for more self-love, but then you find ways to love yourself now, like, maybe you go get your nails done, or maybe you write yourself a nice letter, or you go get yourself some flowers. Like, you're already experiencing self-love. You already have self-love. So find ways to, like, whatever it is, again, like, whatever emotional result that you're looking for and whatever goal that you have, find ways to make that happen right now. And just know that whatever it is that you're going through, whatever change your body is going through. My body's going through changes. Like I said, I was just looking at myself before recording this episode, and I had a moment when I was like, damn, like, you look a little thick. But then I checked it. Like, I want you guys to be able to do the same thing. You're going to have those moments where your body changes, and maybe it changes in a way that you love. Maybe it changes in a way that you're just really not comfortable right now. But check yourself, like, encourage yourself. Check yourself when you notice yourself having those mean thoughts, and just, you know what? Like how we did earlier, grab that part of your body and just tell yourself, you know what? I love you for what you are. Thank you for everything. Thank you for showing up for me. And I know that you're going to change. I know that you're going to go away. This is just a phase right now, and that's okay. I still love you for what you are. And let that shit go. Let it go. So I know that, again, like, that's probably uncomfortable for some people. It is uncomfortable for me too sometimes, but it's like, you get to a point where it's just like personally, I don't have energy to be mean to myself. I don't have energy to talk down on myself. I don't have energy to say something that's not nice about myself. And you really do get to that point where it's like, I am sick of myself. I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired of myself. So I'm going to start saying nice things because it feels better. And why not? It's more elevating and it feels good. So I'm going to choose to say nice things to myself over saying mean things to myself. So think about this. Okay, so I have these activities, but they're obviously optional. But the goal that I have really, like, for anyone tuning in this week is to, like, think about a change that, your body has gone through, and think about how that change made you feel. I'm saying the word think a lot, but I had to think about what I was trying to say. But think about a time that your body has went through a change. Maybe it's right now, maybe it's in the past, and how it made you feel and why. So that could be a change that you liked, a change that you welcomed, or it could be a change that you didn't like and you didn't welcome. And all I'm asking you is to just even close your eyes. It can even be right now in this moment, or you can replay this episode, but go back into that moment and remember how you felt and why you felt that way. What did that change mean to you? What was the significance? What was the impact of that physical change? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you upset? Were you regretful? Were you mad? And why? Why were those emotions associated with that outcome? And you can reflect on it. You can share it with someone. Honestly, that's the activity. You know what? I'm just going to make up the activity right now. Share it with someone. Think about a time where you experienced a change in your body. It could be good or bad. Think about why. I'm just repeating the steps. Why that change made you feel the way that it did. What the significance of it was. And share that with someone. Okay? This is meant to be empowering. When you can start talking about your experiences, good or bad, and you share it with people, that's when, honestly, that's a really good indicator of healing. It's not the only indicator, but it is a good indicator of healing. If you can share something that you've been through, something that you've learned, and tell it to somebody, that's a good example of healing, because now you're talking about it, and that gives someone else an opportunity to connect with you, because your story can be someone else's story. What you've went through could be something that makes someone feel like, oh my God, I'm not alone. Like, this person totally they get me. Like, they get where I'm coming from. Like, now I feel like I can talk to them about it, or somebody else. So I challenge you to think about that and share with someone and feel empowered and feel liberated, because you know what? You're a strong person. I believe in you, and whatever it is that you're going through, you're going to get through it. And whatever it is that you went through in the past, obviously you did get through it, right? Like, if you're listening to this today, you've been through a lot. You've gotten through whatever you've gotten through, which I'm sure have been challenging, experiences and obstacles, like we all have gone through. But now I'm rambling. I actually started, not to go off topic, but the first couple of episodes of the podcast, I fully scripted them out and I was reading them, and I do still feel like I was being incredibly authentic because, when I wrote them out, it came directly from my heart and my mind. But the last couple episodes, I've just been kind of I have my bullet points, but I've been just speaking from my heart, so the episodes may not feel, I don't know, as like organized as maybe the first couple ones did, but I just want to speak from my heart because I feel like it just feels more authentic, and it feels like I'm really genuinely speaking what's on my mind and allowing myself to go off tangent because I'm human. Like, you know what I mean? We all go off tangent, like whatever. But that's what I wanted to say. That's your activity. I'll have that on the Be Affirmation Podcast website if anyone is interested. Um, and I think that's it. I don't know what other better way to wrap up this episode besides saying our affirmations one more time together, other than just thinking about changes your body has gone through. And maybe you can even push yourself to think about a positive change and then maybe a negative change. And the reason why I say that is because I do actually think there's value in identifying changes that your body has gone through that you didn't like, because there's a reason why you didn't like it, and there just may be something there, you know what I mean? I know the times that I have been upset with myself for gaining weight is because deep down there was this perception that I had to be skinny to be loved or to be worthy, which is so false. But you have to be able to find those kind of hidden gems inside of you, because they teach you a lot about yourself and a lot about your worth, because clearly I know that that's not true about me, and I hope that you know that that's not true about you. You don't have to look any type of way to be worthy. You validate yourself at the end of the day. You don't need anyone else's validation, period. So I actually want to end it there, and we'll go ahead and say our affirmations one last time together, and then we'll be done for today. So get ready. Here we go. I am in love with the person I see in the mirror. I am a masterpiece. I am grateful for all of the ways my body shows up for me each day. I appreciate the relationship I have with my body. I am in tune with what my body communicates to me. I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. I adore my body. I trust my body. I take care of my body. I respect my body. My body is a temple. I would choose the body I'm in now time and time again. All right, everybody. That's all I have for episode 7. If you like this episode, as per usual, please leave a review. If you've already done that, sorry I keep bugging. But I appreciate you helping me grow this podcast, so please share it with someone. Please share it with 1 or 2 people. And remember that the Be Affirmation website for the jewelry goes live April 21st. I have the discount podcast 20 for all of you lovely, lovely human beings that are listening to the podcast. And I just really appreciate all of y'all that are listening. There's 10 people who keep coming back, and I know it's not a lot, but listen, that makes me feel really good, and it makes me feel really happy inside. So I hope you 10 find a piece of jewelry that you love, or maybe you can give it to somebody that you love, someone who would benefit from seeing that positive reminder anytime that they put their piece of jewelry on. And I think that's all I have. I love you guys very much, and I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode where we're going to talk about the next affirmation. I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.